Okay, I'm interviewing an NFTA rider who uses the NFTA for 100% of her travel, and she wants to share some of her experience to help us maybe make public transportation better. Why don't you start, if you could, just give us your name, where you live, where you work, and what you use the light rail for as a beginning.
Okay, my name is Cheryl Collier, and I live in the Genesee Pine Bridge area, and I use public transportation every day. Basically, I use it to get to work. I use it to go to the laundromat. I use it to go grocery shopping. I use it to pick up my prescriptions. I use it basically for everything, like going shopping from the east side to the west side. And one of the major things is connection for me and getting from one place to another. Some of the obstacles that I experience is poor connection from one bus to another bus. Another obstacle for me is wait time. And another obstacle for me is weekends, where I cannot get to services like when I want to go grocery shopping. That's a major thing that everybody needs. Everybody needs to be able to go grocery shopping. And I would like to be able to use the public transportation for fun things too. And I'm limited to time because a lot of times I can't enjoy the public events in the city or out of the city because I'm limited because of public transportation. So that's one of my major concerns. One thing I do like about the public transportation is the monthly pass, where I use that every month. And the website, sometimes the website does not always have the right information when the buses are coming. And the shelter is another obstacle, especially in the wintertime, especially when I have to ride to Genesee, to Jefferson, the Bailey, and then I can't get to Sheridan. I can't get to Williamsville because the stops are very limited, and they stop, or it might be just one bus or two buses. I have to stand at a bus stop for 40 minutes or 45 minutes, and if I miss that bus, I have to wait another hour before I get another bus, which is a long period of time, which makes my day long. I start early in the morning just to get to work. I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch a 5:18 bus. And from that 5:18 bus, I have to get off at the airport to walk to my job, which is a 30-minute walk because there's no transportation past Holtz, which is limited. It stops at 8 or 9. And then you can't get another bus until 1. And I have to walk from my job to catch the bus at Holtz. So it's a very long day for me every day.
So when do you get home after that? I mean,
I can start from 5 o'clock and get home at 7 p.m. Okay. My day is long, which is unfortunate sometimes, but I learned how to bring a lunch and I can't even get to restaurants sometimes because there's none in the area. If I want to go eat at a McDonald's or a Burger King's or different places on transit, I would have to walk from Arrow Road, which is, my job is on Arrow Road, to transit, and then walk from transit to maybe the nearest mobile gas station. So that's another hour just to get something to eat. So I can't even do the everyday functional things that I need to do because I have to either walk or wait an hour for public transportation.
Okay.
So I don't know what public transportation is sometimes because it doesn't serve the public.
How does the weekend service I know it's a lot less service, a lot less coverage time, and less frequent buses versus the weekdays. So how does your experience? Do you work on weekends as well? And what does that do for your commute?
Wow, even on the weekend the commute is even longer. It would take me 2 hours just to hold a part-time job. If I wanted to work at a Wegmans, if I wanted to work at a Tops, if I wanted to work at a Big Lots or any of those kind of stores like that, just to get more hours, I would be able to get to work, but I wouldn't be able to get back home because the bus stops at 3, 4, or there's no service at all because there's maybe only one bus or 2 buses on the line, like the Sheridan bus. It's limited on a Saturday. Sunday, I can forget it. I don't even look at it. I don't even think there's a bus on Sunday.
Okay.
And 48 is limited because once you get to Main Street, there's no bus to take me into Williamsville on the weekend. So that's another walk.
Do you work in have to work in Williamsville?
I work in Williamsville on the weekend, and I can only work a couple of hours because if I work past 2 or 3 o'clock, I can't get transportation home. And if I have to catch an Uber every day, that's very expensive. So I rely on public transportation every day.
Do you use the light rail system at all?
I use the light rail system, but that's difficult too because it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes from Canal side to the end of the university. So I still have to catch the bus. I got to go on top to catch the bus. So, I mean, rail, we needed to extend from one part of the city to the other part of the city so that everybody can connect and use the services.
Okay.
It's really difficult.
As a final question, what would you see as most important to solve your issues, your problems? Is it frequency of service, length of service, extending the light rail, or maybe it's all of those? But what do you see as important things to focus on now for the NFTA to change, to make your life better and to make it more possible for you to do what you need to do as just normal living and getting to work and so forth?
Well, I think the most thing would be longer duration of bus transportation. Not only just longer duration, but more connection than every 40 minutes on the weekends, or more than every 30 minutes for a bus, because after 5 o'clock, they drop the bus services down to later hours, and then that makes you have to stand at bus stops a longer time just to get home. So I'm tired. I would like to be able to go grocery shopping and get my groceries after work, but I can't because I really have to look at the time schedule. So if we had longer hours, if it extended to 1, 2 o'clock in the mornings, I think that would be better. It would provide more transportation in the community, and it should not be just in one area. It should be so that you can choose. I should be able to choose where I want to go. I should not have to say I can only go to the east side. I should be able to choose. If I want to go to Sheridan, if I want to go to Lackawanna, if I want to go to Seneca, if I wanted to go to Kenmore, if I want to go to Niagara Falls, I should be able to choose and have ample transportation to get there so that I can enjoy not just my everyday living, but my social life as well.
Well, thank you very much, and we will be sharing this little interview with the NFTA and other people who are decision makers here, and hopefully we can start to improve our transportation system here in Buffalo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doug.